Welcome to our today's episode. I take this privilege to welcome you if you are new here. If you have not subscribed, please, we urge you to subscribe. Comment for more information that you want us to talk about and that you wish to hear. However, today's episode, we are going to talk about education ministry on clearing the air on junior secondary school. The Minister of Education has clarified that junior secondary school will be hosted in both day and boarding institutions. Education Cabinet Secretary George Magoha said all the existing boarding and day secondary schools will admit learners transitioning from grade 6 to grade 7 under the competency-based curriculum CBC in the line with the guidelines to the provided by the ministry. The ministry identified 1,500 primary schools that will host junior secondary schools because they have adequate learning and teaching facilities as well as land for physical expansion, he said. Some of the primary schools will be developed further to have fully fledged secondary wings in the future. The Ministry of Education wishes to clarify that junior secondary school will be offered in both boarding and day schools, secondary schools across the country under the CBC, Professor Magua said in a statement yesterday. The government wishes to assure all Kenyans and especially learners, parents and teachers that implementation of CBC is a course and that system and the structures for transition from primary to junior secondary are in place, he said. Professor Magua said implementation of CBC and the transitions from primary to junior secondary and later to the senior secondary school is based on the recommendations of the task force that he appointed to 2019, which handed over its report to the President Uhuru Kenyatta in February last year. The ministry has advised private schools, especially in urban areas, to set up a stand-alone junior secondary school to provide spaces for learners for transition into the secondary level. According to the CBC Task Force report, junior secondary school will comprise grades 7, 8, and 9. The report recommendation that the classes be domiciled in secondary schools. The task force, led by Professor Fatuma Chege, who is also the Principal Secretary for Implementation of Curriculum Reforms and recommendations that the ministry makes progressive expansion of capacities of existing secondary schools that have adequate land to accommodate more learners in 2023. There are 10,359 secondary schools in the country, 9,039 of which are public, 1,285 private, and 35 for special needs education. To ensure smooth transition, the government is building 10,000 classrooms in the schools across the country. So far, 6,495 new classrooms have been completed in the first phase, with 5,000 of them already handed over. They are expected to be complete by the end of this month. Professor Magua said the government enrolled out training for secondary school teachers to prepare them to handle learners who will be transitioning from grade 6 or primary school to junior secondary school next year. On Monday, Lawrence Karuntini, a senior official in the Directorate of Secondary Education, and said junior secondary would be hosted in primary schools. He was speaking during a briefing hosted by government spokesman Cyrus Oguna. Our focus is that this should be a day school. It's not a boarding. The transition from grade 6 to 7 will be in such a way that the students will move to schools that are within where they are now in schools. The capacity of boarding will not be necessarily for junior secondary school level. The thinking and the planning is that this is Sunday school. Transition will be to nearby schools, Mr. Quarantine, and send that. Thank you for listening. Don't fail to subscribe and to comment. Thank you very much.